Hello, hello. This is Budgets with Grace, where I give you a glimpse of my life using the lens of my budget. My name's Grace, and today we are going to be kicking it old school with the screen recording and no face cam. I have already tried to record this once today. It's getting late on a Wednesday. I wasn't able to work on this yesterday because I had some job interviews, so this is what we are doing for today. So I have a little bit of money to budget with, I have some overspending I need to address, and I have some transfers that I need to make to work on my financial goals. First, a big shout out to my subscriber who used my YNAB link to open their YNAB account, and now we both get a free month of YNAB. I don't mention it every time, but the link in my description does give each of us a free month when you subscribe. I just don't say it every time because I feel very repetitive when I do it, but that's how it works, and that's the first time it's ever happened, so yay, thank you so much. Also, there's just one of you, so you know exactly who you are. And now let's get into the budgeting. First off, in immediate obligations, I'm going to change how I do my entertainment subscriptions. So I've only been doing this for a few months, so I'm actually going to go back in time. So the first month I started paying for this was in November. And I'm gonna do it this way so that it shows up correctly in my reporting. So I'm just gonna look up everything that has like HBO, for example. So I've been doing splits, and it just can be simplified. And now I'll go back to the budget. Still looking at November, and I'll just cover this with, and now cover this from the stars, from Disney, Hulu, HBO, and same thing here. Oh, I do that. It doesn't work if you move money into the category that it's already in. I've made that mistake more than once. So now the software shouldn't object if I just delete these. Which makes me sad, mostly because I enjoy the emojis, but this just needs to be simplified for my brain. Coolio. $23.14 will be the goal. All of them are needed for spending. I like to have it in around the first. So. Cool. Those are immediate obligations. And now I'm going to skip down to my goals. And I know that I want to fund the IRA. And I accidentally had an automatic transfer going for my mutual fund that I forgot about. And so I made a transfer. So I contributed twice the amount that I wanted. Plus, I really wasn't going to contribute this month. So I made this new category called Found It that I was inspired by a lot of people who are approaching Transfer Tuesday from a finding money in your budget perspective. So I'm going to use that right now and see what I can find to cover that mutual fund. So household, I don't think we'll be spending quite that much on groceries. We are going to Costco later. We were just talking about that, so put that into Found It. We are also going to be getting like a bunch of toilet paper and paper towels, so I will probably need at least some of that, but I'll take the extra cents. So every little bit helps. True expense, I think I'm also going to take $810 out of home repair. Other than that, that's pretty tight. I don't want to touch giving. And food spending, let's take $281. And food with friends, let's take $312. And I know I have I had a night out with a girlfriend that will be coming out of that. I bet I could afford to take $511 out of coffee. Yeah, I wanted to talk about the cannabis thing because I mentioned that I might have this job opportunity. And I think I mentioned it was going to be at an airline potentially. And some people are like, oh my gosh, what job? And it's not anything exciting. I'm not going to be a pilot or a flight attendant or anything cool like that. I would just be doing my same job, which is user experience design, which basically means technology design. If you look at YNAB screen, like a designer made this up and then handed a picture to a developer and basically said, make this picture. It's very simplified, but that's what I do. So I would just be doing that at the airline, and they have to keep everyone on the same standard as if you're a pilot. And so that's where the really strict federal guides come into play about not having any cannabis in your system. So all that being said, I never heard back from that recruiter, so I may or may not be going through with that. Basically, I'm kind of kicking myself for wasting all my weed money on not cannabis, so maybe won't be doing that later. I feel like we're so good on gifts, though. Like, if I need anything for gifts, I'll take it out of the other sinking funds I have. So I'll put this into Found It. I want to keep building up clothing, and I'll take 26 to Found It. Just for fun sinking funds. The MeUndies I got this month are a gift for Forrest. I got him Avenger underwear for Valentine's Day, and I'm excited to give it to him. Other than that, I'm just gonna cook like a delicious steak dinner. We had like local butcher shop meat for our anniversary dinner, and that was delicious. So we're gonna do something like that. Okay. Let me see what I have built up in that group now under goals. Okay, that's respectable, but I think it's so hard to do this because I know I've already done it once. I think I took a bit more out of groceries. So now if I click on this one, I can take it out of Found It. And that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. I'll take the rest out of inflow to be budgeted, and now I'll move into February to start budgeting this little amount that I have. So the good news is everything is funded for immediate obligations, and I'll just close that up, and there's just the true expenses that are getting really expensive. Really expensive. So I'll do 50 in Costco. I think I'll skip home repair. I want to fund a new phone because I want to get a new phone. I'll just skip that for now. And I want to get into like household spending, make sure that there's like $100 for groceries, maybe like 15 for consumable stuff. I'm going to top off this giving goal, and we'll address the rest of that the last paycheck I get. I don't know why this is in here like that. I think I'll put the rest of it in dates with Forrest. Okay. Yeah, so next paycheck I will be getting a lot more than this. And I'll also be showing you this week my business budget and how I'll be having that income. So let's move on to the transfer part. It looks like there's a filter. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and label these. So bought some bagels, got some coffee with a friend. And I'm leaving this transaction as pending because I don't remember exactly how much I tipped. I think I gave him like 10 bucks or something, but I don't remember. So I will just wait for that to clear. What do we have? We got a couple that are linked up that we can improve. Not sure why this hasn't cleared yet. I wonder. I wonder why. Oh, I wonder if that's also going to screw up. Ugh. That looks right. Nothing's over budgeted. Are you sure? Okay. Now I'll be updating this pending to go into my tracking Roth and enter that now. Beautiful. Give that a lovely green label. Man, behind all my labels. Looking good. So that was my transfer that just kicked in the pending transaction for my Roth deposit. And now all I have to do is pay for Bank of America. Oh, I don't want to reconcile. I just want to record payment. And it's taking the amount that I have budgeted, which I have overspent by $5 in Forest category. And I will just deal with that. One of us it will even out. I'm not worried about it. Yeah, I love looking at the updated age of money after making that payment to Bank of America because that counts as the age of money only tracks your last 10 cash transactions. So I wonder why it's not popping up with that little tooltip deal, but it usually says the last 10 cash transactions you've made. So that would include a checking account or cash, but not a credit card. So that's the skinny of it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you could like, comment, subscribe, all the things, I'll catch you next time. Bye.